Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Just Taste. As you can tell, this episode is a little bit different. Well, you can't tell on audio yet, but you can tell on video. Anywho, we're going to get into it. This episode's a little different. We are all very sad because Dawson is not with us today as we move into the summer months. He is going to be working a little bit more, which is a bummer, but I still wanted to bring you guys content every week so you kind of get a deep dive into my brain and what we're going to be doing with these episodes are obviously this podcast is not the best quality. The speech is a little chopped up because we don't know how to talk yet. 25, not knowing how to talk, baby. But what these episodes without Dawson are going to be is pretty much just reps. As you know, it's funny content, but it's not the most polished. So pretty much what I'm going to try to be doing when Dawson isn't on the air is just give you guys a deep dive into my brain, but also just try to get better. So get reps, get freaking swole, baby. As you can tell, look at this shirt. It's a little form fitting. My wife got it for me, and I think it's a slim, but as you can tell, this boy ain't slim. This boy ain't anything but Big Daddy. Anywho, what was I saying before I got off on that tangent? Oh, yeah. So pretty much we're going to just be trying to get better. We're going to be trying to, as you probably also noticed, my brain is like spaghetti, dude. It's everywhere. Trying to keep my thoughts concise, not going off on so many tangents, but still just enough tangents to give it that taste, baby. But also, if you notice, I say like all the freaking time. So I'm trying to cut back on this. That's why these are going to kind of be reps, but you're also just going to get a deep dive into my brain. Hopefully they're still entertaining. Hopefully they're still, well, they're not educational. They're pretty much just entertaining. But I'm also, as you can see, messing around with some lighting. I know it probably looks like trash, but I don't have much. I got some stuff zip tied to like a toothpick over here with some lights on my face. Got our window over here, and then got a little bit of zest in the back. I don't know if it looks good. It probably looks like garbage. We'll figure it out as we go along. And that's pretty much what this is. Us just figuring it out together since we don't really know what we're doing. So that's kind of going to be the MO of these episodes. And I don't know if it'll be more personable or like more serious. I doubt it'll be more serious. Probably a little bit since Doss isn't here and I can't like ping pong back and forth with him. So you might have to hear, just more. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it'll be more serious. On a different note, though, check this out. I was looking for these lights, and I found this dollar, and that excited me a lot because it's another dollar. And dollars are dollars, boy. Anywho, did you guys ever notice on the dollars, they got these little numbers at the sides of them? This one has a 7 on it, so it's got a 7 over here. It's got 4 7s on it. Me and my brother used to do this thing where if your number was higher than the other person's dollar, it was actually a more valuable dollar. Turns out, don't matter what number's on it, it's still a dollar. The cashier at Best Buy didn't believe us, so we couldn't buy our Nintendo, whatever. But anyways, that's my dollar. What else is going on in my life, man? What do you guys want to know about? Also, too, I guess we can talk about how am I trying to word my words to be better words. Maybe in this segment, to keep things more interesting, we can do like question submittals if anyone would be into that. And you can submit questions. I can answer them. That way, it's still someone to ping pong back and forth off of. And yeah, you can see what I think about things if you care about my opinion. If you don't care about my opinion, then don't submit a freaking question or don't listen to the episode. So, yeah, I think at the time that this episode comes out, it'll be probably episode 6 or 7, maybe 6, 7, I think. So, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. But it'll be rough at first. And I know that because it'll be bad. But what else is going on in my life that we can chat about? Marriage is wild. We're doing that thing kind of pretty consistently recently for about 3 years, which will be nuts. Learned a lot of stuff along the way. Didn't learn a lot of stuff along the way. Humans are strange, though. Like, I was just talking to my wife the other night about the human, not psychology. Ew, I just spit a little. Gross. Maybe human biology. I don't know. Like, not existential, the things that all humans deal with, kind of. So, like, human nature, I feel like we always need to battle against our human nature to become a better person because, quite frankly, myself, I don't know about anyone else, but if I'm not, like, constantly at war with myself, dude, I can just be, like, an absolute bum and not really do anything, not really contribute to society, not even be a likable person, and you're always battling that. So that's been kind of interesting to work through recently. Also, I've been pulling a lot of weeds recently because it's springtime and weeds come out and do all their little pollinating and spreading their seed everywhere, which is pretty gross if you actually think about it. But they're everywhere. They're in my flower beds. So I got really into my lawn, which you guys heard about. And now all these weeds keep popping up. And every week I got to go pull these things. Thank you, Adam and Eve. But whatever, I'm still pulling them. I'm still just holding it down on this homestead. Also, too, these episodes are not going to be like near as long. They're probably going to be like 20 minutes just because I don't think I can Jargen along for an hour and 10 minutes or whatever. So don't worry. They're not going to be that long. I am a little interested on like how this process goes. So when I started this podcast with Dawson, I looked up a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and no one really, they'll give you, like, tips. They're like, oh, speak clearly into the mic. But no one's like, hey, this is how you set up your camera, and this is the software you use. Dude, the software around podcasting is, like, super confusing. I thought you could just go on to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and say, make a podcast. You can't do that. You got to go to a hosting platform and then build your podcast on that and then distribute it to all these other sites where you got Apple Podcasts over here, you got Spotify over here, you got Audible over here, you got your grandma's FM radio over there. I don't know, but pretty confusing. So I'm trying to figure this stuff out, figure out how it all works. It's not gone that well, but it's gone okay. But I feel like someone should make a video that shows you kind of the all-in-one, because I think that would be helpful for people trying to start out. But YouTube has everything. So YouTube is actually fascinating, coming to think of it. Like, I would say, like, no one really watches cable anymore, other than, like, if you're geriatric or your name is Jerry. But, like, I don't know anyone with really cable, unless you're really rich still and you just have it because maybe like watching commercials. But like with YouTube, you don't have as many. I was gonna say you don't have as many commercials, but now I literally watched a video like last night, and it was probably 18-minute, 56-second video, and there was like 4 ads on it, and that kind of ticked me off because it used to just be like, if it was a long video, you had maybe 1 or 2 at the start, but you could probably skip the second one, and then you didn't have any throughout, or maybe you had one. Now it was like 4 ads a video. So I wonder if that's anything to be noted. It's probably that, like, I don't know, people want more money, and if you put more ads in your videos, maybe you can get more money. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. But yeah, I don't know, man. Not much. The setup's kind of weird for podcasting, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, you're just staring at my sweet hats back there. Ooh, fun note about hats, though. Check this baby out. Company I work for, we just got new hats. Awesome. They are super nice. Also, fun fact, the hat company we got the hats from kind of made a mess up, but not really. But I emailed them about it, and they were, like, super cool. They sent me 12 free hats. So I got to see more hats of their company, which was sweet. But yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about emailing. Maybe we'll do like an email chain for like questions. Maybe I'll create an email. I don't know. I need to look up other videos, other podcasters. I feel like I'm slouching. Is that better? Yes, Mrs. Richardson, I'll sit up straight in class. You guys ever have any teachers that were real stricklers about posture? I don't think I have. But it was crazy that teachers used to be able to spank kids in school back in the day. That was pretty wild. Now, if you even look in a kid's direction, get them out of here, they're fired. So, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what the effects of that will be. Teachers spanking kids to now you actually need to either A, wear a blindfold when you're teaching the class, or have your back turned to the class the whole time. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how that'll play out. I've also heard public schools have been getting wild, and kids are just like running around like stray dogs in Mexico. I don't know, though. I haven't been in public school in a long time. So maybe if any of you guys are in public school, you can let me know if that's actually the case. If it is, I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it. It'll just be interesting to find out, I guess. In other news, my roof is leaking into my garage. So that was pretty bumdinger, and I just got to climb up on the roof and traverse that sketchy incline and put some blackjack up there. For you guys that don't know, I'm not going to be like playing blackjack saying 21 up on the roof. Blackjack is a sealant, a roof sealant, or maybe it's like a tar sealant. I don't really know. It's a caulk. Put it under your shingles, stop the leak. So I got to do that, but yeah, roof's been leaking. Everything's falling apart. Thanks, Adam and Eve. But I wonder if Adam and Eve didn't sin, that roofs would be leaky today. I don't know, or like if they didn't sin, I'm assuming everyone would still be in the garden, but dang, how big was that garden? And like, would we have houses? Like, did they have a house or a shelter they lived in for the time they were in the garden? Or was it just like you slept outside under the stars? Did it ever rain? No, it didn't rain. Because it used to just be a real heavy dew. It only rained with Noah. Okay, so there was no rain. It was just heavy dew. Wonder if it was windy, though. Like, would your toupee get blown around? Would we have toupees if Adam didn't sin? Probably not, because there probably wouldn't be hair loss. Hair loss is probably an effect from the fall of man. And that's why males struggle with male pattern baldness more than women, because it's the fall of man, not the fall of woman. I'm just kidding. That part's that part's crazy. Don't believe that. What else is going on, man? I feel like those letter boards, you guys know what I'm talking about when I say letter boards, those little boards that were like either a felt or a wood, and you like placed, like a bunch of the like teenage white girls had them. Yeah, I feel like they're not in anymore. So that's kind of interesting. I have one. I just looked at it. I'll probably keep it. I might throw it up on the next podcast. Bring it back, you know. But, man, not much else is new. Now you can kind of see how my brain works and how I just flop from topic to topic to topic to topic to topic. Yeah, it's pretty crazy up in there. It's scary. Scary for sure, baby. I do Theo's little thing all the time. And I don't want to try to copy him, but I think I just like look up to him as a comic, so I imitate him because imitation is the best form of flattery, they say, or something. I don't know. Got to come up with my own style. I was going to say something before that, but I forget what it was. Wonder how many of you guys can whistle. Apparently a lot of people can't whistle. I think it's equally equivalent to the people that cannot whistle. There's also the exact same amount of people that do not have a left arm. Not sure if that's true, though. I'd have to look that up. But I don't got Doss, I don't got Cody, so I can't really look anything up. Also, I have my computer to the side here a little bit, as you can see. That way you guys got a full view of this man. But, yeah. What else, man? We're about at 16 minutes, so that's crazy. I definitely had something else, but I forget what it is. I'm trying to take some pictures recently of... that sounds weird. Trying to get better at photography, I should say, because photography's sweet, and I feel like it's really useful to know, but also at the same time not really useful, because if your life doesn't revolve around it at all, why would you need to be good at it? I don't know. Just saying. But talking about photography and people looking good, I need a haircut. As you can see, my hair's kind of just shooting out the sides of my hat right here, giving these little beefalo curls. So that's got to go away at some point. Got to go into the barber, get put on his chair, get sliced and diced, baby. Also, too, I've noticed that with different people, or if I'm just filming to a camera, my voice and my inflections are super different. So, like, with a camera, I think my voice is maybe, like, more radio. Not radio. I don't know. I sound weird when it's just a camera. But when it's just talking to another human, it's easier to talk to because obviously you're not staring at just these three little dots looking back at you. But so this is something funny. So they say, like, the government is watching you, they're tracking you, and, like, they're always listening in through your phones and through your computers. Dude, I pity the poor sap that's stuck listening to me or watching this, because he doesn't want to be here, dude. He's just like, dang, I have this kid that all he does is film himself talking about Jargen. I don't even know what Jargen is, to be honest. I don't think I made it up, but and that dude, I bet is depressed. I bet that guy, his buddy's probably, like, listening to some ISIS guy, and then he's just there listening to Just a Taste podcast. I bet his name's Ryan, though. I bet a Ryan would listen to me in the CIA. What if the CIA messaged me on my computer right now and was like, Ryan's listening? That'd be wild. But yeah, so that's kind of what these episodes are going to be like. If this isn't your thing, because I don't even know if it's my thing yet, but we want to give you guys content, and we'll try to work on the quality of content. I'll try to get my lighting a little better. We're going to tweak some stuff in these videos, just kind of mess around, just goofing off and trying to get it better. Maybe I'll buy some new lighting. Maybe I'll figure out how to work the outside lighting with natural lights. I'm not really 100% sure yet. But that way, when Doss does come back, praise the Lord, it might look a little bit better. We might have some better conversation flowing back and forth if I can do these reps. Freaking jacked. But yeah, that's what it's going to be like. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. If at some point here in the near future, in a video or an episode, we'll have figured out a little email system, maybe a pen pal. Maybe we'll send some carrier pigeons. I don't know. But if you guys do want to message in for these episodes, that would be sweet, because then I could talk about other things that aren't related to me. And also, too, I love different people. Like, I love hearing different people's perspective, because then I can listen to said perspective, put it into my brain, internalize it, think about it, and then either it'll challenge my viewpoint and I'll have to like rethink and be like, oh, maybe I'm wrong here, or it will solidify and be like, no, I think I am right. So I like stuff like that. So yeah, we'll probably have to put something in place. I'm thinking an email would be the best thing. I'll link it in wherever you link emails in podcast once I figure that out. But we'll let you know. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I do have something freaking sick that I'm super, super stoked about. I just got this stuff like a week ago. But for you guys, it'll be like in the future sometime. But we're going to release that next time DOS gets back, because it is tasty and it will be awesome. And I think you guys will really like it. So be sure to tune in next time for more Just a Taste. Right on. Have a good day, guys.